Rome is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, but it is also a giant tourist trap if you don't know the rules. We spent 3 days here and made some expensive mistakes, so you don't have to. From a $160 baggage fees to avoiding the 3 hours Vatican line. Here is everything you need to know before you land in the Eternal City. Rome doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, we got here for just $300 by using the Google Flights Anywhere app, but the savings stopped the moment we landed. My first big Rome travel mistake, not checking the baggage policy for Ito Airway. I got hit with a $160 fees at the airport. Tip number 1. For Rome, pack light. The cobblestone streets of Rome are a nightmare for big suitcases anyways, so stick to a carry-on and save that $160 for the amazing food we're about to eat. Now, let's talk about how to save that $160 we just kept from the airline. In Rome, where you eat is just as important as what you eat. Notice how all the locals are standing at the bar? There's a reason for that. In Italy, sitting down can cost you 50% more, sometimes triple. It's called the table tax. If you sit down at a cafe in a tourist piazza, you're paying for the view and the service. But if you walk up to the counter and drink your espresso al banco, like a Roman, it'll cost you about €1. We saw people paying €10 for a cappuccino just because they sat down for 5 minutes. Do what we did. Stand for your morning coffee, take your paninis to go, and find a nearby steps or a fountain to enjoy the view for free. You get the same food, the same vibe, but half the price. Getting around in Rome is an adventure, but don't let the trains ruin your budgets. Most tourists don't know this. In Italy, you must validate your paper tickets at the green machines before boarding, or you'll face a fine of up to €200. Skip the expensive airport taxi and take the express trains for €12. If you're riding more than twice a day, grab a 72-hour transport pass. It pays for itself instantly. And if you want the ultimate Roman experience, rent a Vespa, like we did. You can't come to Rome and not ride a Vespa. It is the ultimate when in Rome moment. But before you rent one, you need to know the math and the fear factor. We found rentals for about €15 an hour, which sounds great for a quick photo op, but here's the viral math. If you keep the Vespa for just 4 hours, you've already paid for a full 24 rental, which is only €64. Now, I'll be honest with you, we were terrified because of those TikTok videos of motorbike thieves in Rome. I was so scared of being responsible for a stolen bike overnight that I chickened out and only booked for 3 hours. But looking back, that was a mistake. Anyways, before you dream of your listening quiet moment, you need this one piece of paper or your trip is over before it starts. You will need international driving permit if you are from these countries. In Italy, if you get pulled over on a Vespa without an IDP, you're looking at a fine up to €1,600. Most rental shops won't even give you the keys without it. We got ours from this website and for only $20, it's a tiny investment to avoid a massive headache. Okay, look at this line. People wait 3 hours to get into the Vatican Museum. Don't be one of them. You don't need a fancy tour guide. Just go to the official Vatican website and buy a €20 ticket online. It comes with a skip the line access for free. But wait, before you join the 30,000 people fighting for a view of Sistine Chapel, there's a hidden upgrade almost no one knows about. It's called the Vatican Happy Hour. For an extra €40, you can bypass the madness and head straight to the Pinecone courtyard. While the crowds are stuck in lines, you're sitting in literal palace garden with drinks and snacks in total peace. It's the most divine way to see Rome. But don't go yet. Stay tuned because next I'm showing you the exact cafe where you can get the best Colosseum photos without a single tourist in your shot. The Colosseum is breathtaking, but it's also the #1 spot for pickpockets. When you're distracted by your camera, that's when they strike. I've been pickpocketed in Paris and I wasn't letting it happen in Rome. Here's my secret. Walk 5 minutes away from the main crowd, I found this local cafe right across the street. No stress, no thieves, just good vibes and a cappuccino. And the best view of the Colosseum you can get. Stay alert, skip the crowds, and keep your phone in your pocket. If you want to see the best sunset of your life, you have to get above the city. But be careful, we saw some spots charging €500 for a table. After hours of researching, I found a cheat code for $1 million view without the billionaire price tag. It's called Oro Bistro. It's located right above the Roman Forum. Most people think you need a dinner reservation, but you can actually book just for drinks. There is a €50 per person minimum spend, which sounds like a lot until you realize other rooftops charge that just for entry fee. For €50, you get a world-class cocktail, high-end snacks, and front row seat for the Alta della Patria as it turns gold. Pro tip, book your reservation for 30 minutes before sunset. That way you watch the sky change colors, the city lights turn on over the ruins, and you still have money left over for dinner. This is the definition of affordable luxury in Rome. If you're looking for the best area to stay in Rome for 2026, stop scrolling and book a place in Monte. We stayed right in the heart of this neighborhood and it changed our entire trip. It's perfect for the mix of local bohemian charm and total convenience. We were walkable to the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, and the Colosseum was literally our neighbor. We paid about $200 per night, which isn't budget, but because we were so central, we saved hundreds on taxis and transports. In Monte, the city is your living room. Locals call Rome a history lasagna because every street is layered with thousands of years of stories stacked on top of each other. If you follow these hacks, you'll spend less time standing in those tourist trap lines and more time actually tasting the layers of the eternal city. This trip was a dream, but we are just getting started. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button to join the family because we have a lot of savvy tips for you.